Hey everyone, welcome to our online learning. Ms. Garcia and I have joined forces and will be co-teaching the next unit together. We will be combining history and ELA, and we will be looking at different topics, such as westward expansion, the North versus the South pre-Civil War, slavery and its multiple perspectives, and we will be wrapping up the unit with the Southwest and the Mexican-American experience. Google Classroom will become our new meeting place. So we will be treating this classroom as we would our Excel classroom. You have been invited to join your ELA history unit. So when you log into Clever and you go to your Google Classroom, you want to make sure that you look for the classroom that says ELA history unit. Now, I am going to be going over different aspects of the classroom, focusing on features that you need to become familiar with since this will be our new classroom and you need to be aware of how to turn in assignments, to look up lessons, look at your resources, and what needs to be done on a day-to-day basis. Let's begin with our home screen. So what we are currently looking at is our ELA History Unit home screen. On this home screen, you will have this feature of live streaming. Now, this will be used for the teachers, so Ms. Garcia and I, to be making daily posts. As you could see here already on your home screen, there are the assignments that we have been posting. There is the materials and resources. So this tells you anytime we make a post to the classroom. Now, one thing that I want you guys to know about this live stream is we want you to have appropriate use of the live stream. If you have a question or if you have a concern to a post, for example, here, we need for you to respond with an appropriate response. So Alex here is making a generalized question, a statement. That's perfectly fine. What we want to avoid is for you guys to start making comments, sending small messages to each other. This is not what it's going to be used for, ladies and gentlemen. This is for you to be reading daily posts from Ms. Garcia and I. It is our general form of communication. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move to our classwork tab. So please again remember this is my teacher screen. So it's obviously going to look a little bit different than yours in the sense of the work that's posted. If you go into your Google Classroom classwork tab, it's not going to look like mine. So just keep that in mind. First thing I want to start off with is the menu that's here on the left. This menu here under all topics is how Ms. Garcia and I have categorized your work. So as you can see, general resources, week 1, week 2, week 3, and we have placed the dates there. Now, looking at each category within the Google Classroom classwork tab, you will see different things already posted in. Let's begin with general resources. General resources is basically our classroom condensed to these resources on the screen for you. So whatever you would see as anchor charts and all of that that would be regularly hanging in our room are now in this section for you here. You have sentence starters, speaking like a scholar. You have the norms and expectations of the classroom, the how-to video link that you clicked on, and a teacher contact information. Now, one thing that you may notice right now is that these are highlighted in blue, these are in blue and this one is in gray, is because we have scheduled for it to be posted on Google Classroom tomorrow at 8 in the morning. That's why it's really important, ladies and gentlemen, for you to check into Google Classroom every single day, just like if you were going to school. Every single day, something new will be posted. Now, one feature that I want you to notice about general resources before I move on to week 1 is this icon here. Now, we're accustomed to different icons on Google Classroom, and I, in my own classroom, have only generalized used the assignment one. Whenever you see an assignment or anything posted with this sort of icon, just remember it's a resource. There is nothing that you're going to need to be turning in if it's in this icon. So again, this little bookmark type icon means that this is a resource for me to use. Let's move on to week 1. In week 1, again, do not get overwhelmed. See how all of them are in gray? That means that they have been scheduled to be posted on different dates. Now, one thing you may notice though is that there's different icons. I already went over the icon with the bookmark, so you are aware that these are resources. But these are resources that you still need to click and look at and read because one way or another, these resources are part of the lesson for the week and are linked to assignments. So even though it has a bookmark icon for you, you still need to click and look at it the day that it gets posted because it most likely will be linked to an assignment that you're going to need to work on. Now, let's move on to another icon. The icon here with the question mark. Okay, just like you were doing do nows at the beginning of every morning or every class, every lesson, you will continue to be working on do nows. However, the little question mark here means that this post is made as a discussion. So you will have a prompt, read the prompt, and you will type in your comment response. Your fellow classmates will get to see your comment response. Again, we ask for there to be respect amongst the work that's being turned in. The do now will count as a grade, so your response does need to be typed in and turned in. Out of respect to everybody's responses and everybody's answers, do not comment on each other's work. Leave it alone. Moving on. This little icon should seem familiar. This is the assignment icon. So as you see this on here, you already know this is assignment I have to finish and turn in. There has been an assigned due date. We have made the due date for all the assignments to be Friday. However, if you need more time, you need to meet with Miss Garcia or myself, Mr. Matas, Miss Emily, during our office hours on Friday, which I'll go over in later detail. I believe that's all the icons that you need to worry about when you see. Again, gray means that this work has been selected to be posted on a specific date. And just so that you guys can see here on my screen itself, your work for the 14th, your work for the 15th, your work for the 16th, and so on. So you already know that this work has already been scheduled. And your work on here, your classwork tab here, shows what the lesson will be for the week. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now, just like you had general resources, you also will have additional resources that will be beneficial for you to look at related to the content of week 1. These are already in blue, and again, we have our little bookmark. They're resources, but it's important for you to look at these resources because they build up the information that you need to know for the lesson for the week. You have a week 1 word bank, your History Alive chapter 19. Yes, you do have to read it. And then this article here is a resource that you can look at, but when you look at your assignments for the week, we pulled out excerpts that we want you to focus on. So this article, when you look at it, may seem very dense, but ladies and gentlemen, it's something that you should read by the time we finish week 2 of this unit. So, week 1 resources, these are resources for the work that you are doing in week 1. So, this concludes our Google Classroom tour. If you have any questions or concerns, if you go back to the stream, you will see that there is a Monday question drop comment post that we want you to respond to. If there's anything that you need clarification about, any questions that you feel are important in regards to Google Classroom and how it's going to work, or just any generalized question that you have, please post a comment and we will read and create videos in response to those questions. Or you can send those questions directly to any of the teachers that are on this Google Classroom. So that could be Miss Garcia, Mr. Matas, Miss Emily, myself, but also on this Google Classroom is Miss Campa and Dr. Gasca. So they will also be able to answer some questions if need be. I hope that you guys are resting. I hope that you guys are staying healthy and being safe. Know that we miss you guys very, very, very much. And through this crazy situation in this moment in time we find ourselves in the world today, know that you are very dearly loved and very, very, very dearly missed by all your 8th grade teachers. So continue to stay safe. We're still in school. We're just learning in a new way. Bye, guys.